Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Tuesday, May 13th, and here we go. The market's a little bit red. We'll hop over to the heat map. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? And let's go ahead and check out this heat map. There you go. NVIDIA is up. The rest of the market is down a little bit, a little expected, to be honest with you, after yesterday's huge pop-up. And it's nothing crazy. I mean, like I said, these things are setting up. That SPY's getting ready to rip again, I think. Just a little healthy pullback right there. And yeah, look at that thing getting ready. So let's keep an eye on things, and they should be popping. So let's get rolling and see what's going on. And first, we'll go to our Jolie's jumpers, and let me hop on here real quick. I know I posted them out right there. And that's where they are. BAOS, remember we were looking at it last night. It was already running up. And let's see what it's doing. It kind of pulled back there. We were just looking at it to see if it would be a momentum play there. But look at that big run up. Probably some pullback to get set back up. So one to keep an eye on real quick. And BDTX, Black Diamond Therapeutics. This looks like it's running up there. BDTX. And let's see what's going on here with BDTX. And that is hopping up the last 2 days. So that is looking pretty good right there. So there you go with your BDTX, the Black Diamond Therapeutics. And good morning, David and everybody else. How are we this morning? And we'll get cruising right through and see what's going to be popping today. BQ right here. Let's see what that's up to. That thing is popping up. It looks like it pulled back, though, but it ran up yesterday and then a little bit today and then pulled back. So there you go with BQ right there. And let's see what CLWT is up to. Clearwater Paper Corp right here. And let's see, that thing's actually crawling up pretty decent. CLW, and it is popped up there. That just doesn't say anything for today. That's yesterday's date. Let's see. And that's yesterday, huh? It was popped up yesterday anyway. It doesn't look bad. I would keep an eye on that CLWT. INHD right here. Let's look at Inno Holdings. And that thing ran up pretty massive yesterday. INHD right here. And look at that big run up yesterday. 606 to 1978. Some of these things are just rolling like crazy, guys. And now today, 3 to 550. It's at 372. So that's a lot of runaround right there for INHD and LICN. We've been looking at this Lichen one. And there you go. I said it was going to be running. Remember, we look at it with our clue right here, LICN. And there you go. It's up yesterday and today. And there we go, 777 to 1040. We were looking at it down here. Where was it? It was way down. Let me see. I can't even see where it was, but it was down here in the threes, guys. And this thing just ran up into the tens. There's another one. That's a China one, LICN. We were just looking at it the other day. We've had it on the list. It goes on and off, and I didn't even look at it last night. Didn't even realize it was popping like that. NIVF, this one right here we've been looking at and saying it could be running back up right here. Let's see if that's yesterday. That is today's date, and it is running around again, 412 to 670. We had that on the list. And there you go. And IVF right there. And NVVE right here. Let's see. That one's kind of just pulling back. This one could get set back up right there. NVVE and TAOP. We know this one was running up yesterday, and it's just running up a little bit today, trying to reach that top, but a big run up yesterday. And XLO, this was running up. And let's see what's going on with XLO right here. Yeah, it was running up yesterday, and then yesterday, and then today, let's see, 116 and coming down. But yesterday was a big run up, 71 to 134, and it closed at 22 for XLO. And that is a China. No, that's the USA Biotech. I always think that the China one said that yesterday too. And what did IVVD do? Luis Rodriguez and How's Laptop Travel and everybody else this morning. And look at IVVD right there running up there. And up 9 cents on that earnings right there. And I think Luis Rodriguez mentioned this one last night, as a matter of fact, IVVD. So there you go. That is continuing the run up. And there's our Jolie's jumpers. And we all hope Asian Jolie is feeling better. And we're all thinking about you, Asian Jolie. So hopefully you are getting better there. And Kay, you must be doing better because you're always posting the list there. So that's always a good sign. And here's our KDLY coming down some more. And like I said, it very well could come down come down here and try to pop back up. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it is pulling back right there as I thought it would. AXDX right here. Let's see what this is doing. This is way down there, as a matter of fact, and that could be making a bottom. So one to keep an eye on because it could accelerate up. Accelerate Diagnostics, CLGN right here, CalPlant Biotechnologies. And this thing's pulled back into the bottom, looking pretty good down there. And we'll keep an eye on that. And GRYP, that Gryphon, this thing went nutty yesterday. This is now Trump's personal or his family's crypto company. So we will be keeping an eye on this. Obviously ran way up there, so we'll watch it. INTS right here, Intensity Therapeutics, and this one looks like it could have some intensity coming its way, and it had a nice dip, and it does look a little better right here. INTS, so keep an eye on this one. As a matter of fact, not looking bad after that dip. And IOTR, I know we've been looking at IO3 right here. It is just getting a little higher up in the bottom, so we'll keep an eye on that. And KLRS right here, let's see, Caloris Therapeutics, and that one's pulled back down there, and that one's trying to pull back up. Let's see what it's doing, if it's just going to hit that top. And yeah, it's not exactly ready, but I'll keep an eye on KLRS right there. Feel like I'm saying KRS1, KLRS. And there you go, NCEW. We were just looking at this one. Isn't that a Hong Kong one? We went through a bunch of them last night. This was one that jumped out at me as I was just cruising down that list. So keep an eye on that NCEW right there. And OKUR. Let's see what you're up to right here. Remember, we said it was looking okay last night to try to make that base down here and try to roll back up. I don't know if it's doing anything. It's not yet, but it is looking a little better right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And our pineapple guy down here, let's see, it took a nice dip. It looks like yesterday's date for the pineapple guy, and it was halted. I believe people were saying last night the pineapple guy was halted. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one. PAVS. This one was way down. Look at this, PAVS way down there. And I remember it had run up there, and now it's coming way, way, way down. So this might be a great opportunity to keep an eye on there. And RBNE, that's at Robin Energy, and actually it was looking pretty good. I remember we were looking at this bad boy, and let's see, RBNE. Let's see. Yup, it's not looking bad right there to start curling up. And if it gets out of that basement, it did have a lot of room right there, 296. So keep an eye on RBNE and SNES, the SenseTech thing. This thing was running up a little bit right here. And here we go. Let's look. We've been looking at this bad boy anyway. And it is running up, and it could. Let's see what it wants to do. It's not moving yet this morning. We were keeping an eye on it to see if it wanted to break through that 200-day and get up to this resistance right here. So I know Ben from Story Trading likes that one. And VSTE right here, Vast Renewables. And let's see about this one. Dipping down some more, so we'll be keeping an eye on VSTE right here to see what it wants to do, but it looks like it's trying to base and then come down a little bit more, so make a base and then level down possibly, and it recently ran up. So there you go with the laptop travel, laptop lowdowns, and thank you very much, Laptop Travel right there. And how is everybody this morning, Laptop Travel? And David, Blue Collar Teamster, Luis Rodriguez, Larry, Valeria, and Sam, and everybody else, Doge Mama 9, Barbara, and the whole crew here. How are we this morning? And let's see what's going on with our market. Here we go. It is a little bit red. NVIDIA is up. Let's just run right into our SPY and big caps right here. SPY is down a little bit. I mean, it is getting set up. It may be a little bit of pullback today, and then it get ripping, guy. I mean, I don't even know. This thing looks pretty damn good to me, I must say. That thing looks like it wants to go ripping again. And let's see what Apple wants to do. It's down 99 cents, and it could just have a little bit of pullback right there. As you can see, it wasn't breaking through that trend line. It was looking really good to roll up, but it did. It's right over that 50 right there. I'm telling you, Apple's getting set up too. You can see Apple getting ready. whether it has a little bit of pullback, it could, but it's getting ready to rip. And Amazon right here just pulled back a little bit flat, and that looks pretty damn good. Like I said, they look really good to me. Look at that look right there. Amazon looks good, I would say. And how about Google right here is down a little bit. And again, these things just look good this morning. I think they're going to be getting set up right here. They're just a little bit of pullback after yesterday's huge run up, and I don't think it's anything bad. I mean, Meta ran up like 40 something dollars today. It's down 220 and looking good up at the top. And the only thing is, these guys are going to run at the top and then have to pull back, but it's not the end of the world. You just have to play them smart. And obviously, they put them in an area where they're going to be rocking and rolling. So you have the Fed comes out. What was today? The EPS or something? I forget. GPI, something like that. And then the Fed speaks tomorrow. Powell speaks tomorrow. So we'll see what's up with that. I don't know if it's anything crazy, but anyway, there you go. Microsoft right here is down a little bit. And again, this thing was hitting resistance. That one's been in the top, though, so you got to be careful. And the video wasn't looking bad. It is up. It's the one that is up this morning. And let's look at our Tesla at 317 and just a little healthy pullback looking good. So there you go. That's what they look like this morning for our Mag 7. And we'll go through the rest. And yeah, Tesla's not looking bad right there. And let's see what's going on here. AMC, let's look at it. It's up 2 cents and not looking bad. It has been looking pretty good, actually. So we'll keep an eye on that. GameStop was up. It's down a little bit, hitting that resistance. And Chewy was coming back down, but had that major run up. Looks like a little pullback just to possibly go up a little bit higher right there for CHWY, and good old Unity right here could be getting set up. Unity looks pretty good right now. So there's your Roaring Kitty update right there on the ones that he likes. Yeah, Unity's looking pretty good, I must say. And let's see what else is going on with our big caps. Let's hit Netflix. That was pulling back. It's back up $2 right there. And it's not looking too bad. I could see it pulling back a little bit more right there just to make a little bit more room to go up again. So that's what it looks like at the moment. AVGO, these guys were running up pretty well. It's in the top right here, and it could bounce up. I mean, it's over this resistance, and it doesn't look bad, I have to say, where it's at. AVGO. Yeah, I mean, that's not looking bad this morning. These things could be really green today with no problem, guys. MU is up a little bit, not looking bad, just a little flat going towards the top right there. And we'll just be careful as it reaching the top to see if they don't want to bounce back down. TSM has that look like it's flat at the top, but it looks like it wants to get ripping right there. Again, that's what TSM looks like. And SMCI, that was trying to run back up, not looking bad right there, up a little bit this morning. AMD was up as well this morning, still looking pretty good. And let's see what else is going on with our semiconductors, because QCOM, that had run up. It's just pulled back, but getting set up even better. So that looks good. And Intel's not looking bad. It's down a penny, but that thing's looking pretty good this morning. And PayPal, what are you doing this morning? That thing's just a little healthy pullback. Looks like it's setting up. Snow's been doing really well. It's just a little healthy pullback. It's in the top, and it could just run up in there. So we'll keep an eye. And Dell's been looking good. Just a little healthy pullback here. And Dell's not looking bad. So a lot of great setups. Palantir just sitting there. We didn't think it was going to get through that resistance just yet. It is just getting set up, so I'll keep an eye and see what it wants to do today. But they're not looking bad at all, and Sophie not looking bad at all either to try to pop right off of there. Has that good trend line and support underneath. So keep an eye on Sophie right there. And how about Mara and Riot? Mara's back up, just making it flat. Riot's not looking bad. That's trying to crawl up. And, of course, our Clean Spark, that's up a little bit, not looking bad. And MicroStrategy right here, that's back up a little bit, so that's not looking bad either. And we'll see what's going on with our crypto in 1 minute. Let me just see what Coinbase, because that was way up, and it's up 1890 right there. So we'll just take a quick look. And Hood right here is up 30 cents, so we'll be watching that one. And what is Bull doing right there? And that one is at the bottom. So we're just keeping an eye on this one to get set up. And DJT down a little bit. And Fun is just sitting there flat. And let's see, Bitcoin right there. Let's see where it's at. 103,005 something. It says 516. And let's see, Solana's at 173. And Ethereum's back at 2,481, somewhere around that area. HBAR's at 20, and Chainlink's at 1659. And we'll see what Ripple's doing. It's at 254 right there. So there you go. And Cardano, let's see what ADA is doing real quick. Where's it at? Here it comes, 79 cents right there. So there you go. And let's see what's going on this morning. Ripple seems to be the only green one. Let's look. I should just hop on like this when I do it. But, that's Forex. That's not crypto. They all seem to be a little green, but there you go. They're pulled back a little bit today. And let's just roll through them real quick and we can take a quick look. And I do love that they have this. And look at Bitcoin trying to jump back into the top and roll back up. So maybe, again, I think it does want to make that base around here, and that's what it could be doing to make some room, and drawing the 20 back up. But it's going to have to make some room on this chart. So just remember that. And Ethereum's in the same spot, but it is run up big time, and it's curling back up in the top. So that's looking good. And the same with Solana. Look at it busting through the top. So they could get back through them 200-day moving day averages, and that would be a good look right there for them. That's for sure. And Ripple's been ripping right here. We knew it was going to get into the top, and now it is getting into the top. So that's looking pretty good. And how about Doge? That was trying to set back up. It was pulling back a little bit. And Cardano right here. That one is doing the same thing, just hit the top, and now it's bouncing back up. So they are looking a little bit better today. And like I said, they're just making room to stair step up, go up, and obviously they're going to get into the top and have to make some room and pull back a little bit. And that's where we'll have to see how much room they make, because these things are looking pretty good. Let's just see what ETF is at. I didn't even look at it this morning. Let me find it real quick. Hold on real fast. Here we go. Let's see, because it was at 5.4. It's at 5.7 now. So it moved back up. I'm telling you, it gets manipulated like crazy now. So it looks like that big dip down last night, and it looks like it wants to start rolling back up again. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. That's for sure. And that UNH, that took a huge dip this morning. Look at that thing. Just when you thought it wasn't down all the way, boom, just when you thought I couldn't get worse, Luis Rodriguez just said. And bam, look at that thing going down. And that's why I was saying, let's keep an eye on this. And again, look at that pattern right there, guys. It hasn't broken yet. So that's why we've been watching that UNH, and I did see it way down there. So that was a good one right there to have down. And reset, surge, and hold is what it says. The Bulls are back in town. Goldman and this Wall Street optimist are lifting their S&P 500 targets on tariff relief, and watch the CPI for the first signs of Trump tariffs impacts. And then and then again, that's why these things had to happen, because now you're going to start seeing the impacts of what was going on before. But it doesn't even matter. None of that will even matter now, because if the deals are done, none of that crap matters. I'm telling you, they had a master plan, guys. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And that's why I said just root on America here, because you knew Trump was going to make it work. And stock futures fall after big rally. Key inflation report on deck. U.S. stock futures drop before key inflation. And I'll tell you what, it looks pretty good going into that into that thing. And look at this guy right here, CGBS right there, another UK one running up there. So some of the UK ones are running up, like that UOKA. And let's look at Lobo right here. That one just got crazy. An EV manufacturer in China. An Easy Go right there. That one is running up a little bit, and it did run up. Let's see. Easy Go. There you go. And that one is running up there. So had a little run up to like over $1 right there, but it could run up some more right there. As a matter of fact, EZGO right here. So yeah, look at that bad boy, ran up pretty good. And I think that is a China one, if I remember. Yep, China recreational vehicles. And there's our Wang and Lee. Let's look at it. And we knew that was going to be running. and it isn't looking bad this morning. So keep an eye on good old Wang and Lee. We were definitely all over that guy, and you guys knew that was popping up there. And that TOAP we've looked at, and let's see what else is going on here. XHG not looking bad. So these China ones are getting crazy, guys. Like I was saying, that LICN was up over 100% this morning. Here's our green lane. Let's look at that and Logic Mark and see what they're up to. Green lane's just kind of hanging out down there. I'll take a look at it today as it's moving. It's just sitting there. And Logic Mark is just down a hair. And this is the day that it probably needs to get cruising. And honestly, it does not look bad right there. Let's see. Logic Mark right here. Yeah, it doesn't look bad right there, honestly. So we'll keep an eye on that. We don't want it to come underneath that 20, obviously, but it just sat itself in a pretty good like little candle position where it could easily go back up. It could go either way, but it's not looking terrible. So I'll keep an eye on Logic Mark for us and see what it wants to do. How about that RGC? That one's up even more at 531. What a monster, guys. Holy cow. And DXF, this one's trying to run up some. So keep an eye on that bad boy. That's another China one right there. And what's that Linkage Global doing? That's up a little bit. And Bond, this one, it's looking good. I'm not going to lie. We just got to catch that quick pop on it. So I'll be watching BON. Not in it yet, but I just wanted to keep an eye to see if it's trying to get curled up there, basically like that green lane GNLN right there. There's that LICN went nutty this morning. And JYD is just up there. It was popped up pretty good. And there's our Logic Mark and that Bit Origin. And Devs was way up yesterday, pulling back right there. Let's see. Here's another China one, Wafu. That one could be a good setup right there, just pulling back. It looked like it was running up. And this MLGO, we looked at it last night. This was getting set up. I know that. And it's up a little bit right there. And, well, it looks like it's going to run. It is a China one. It could bust through, but I don't know. It could keep that pattern as well. So just beware. But it did run up from yesterday. So there you go with that one. And let's see, AGMH. This one is trying to get set up again. We know that they like to roll back up here. So keep an eye on it. Look at it trying to do something right there. So I'd be keeping an eye on that AGMH. Not looking bad. And let's see, that RGTI did pull back with earnings right there. It was up yesterday, so it was moving. And let's see what's going on right here real quick. And there's some easy go. And these guys we just looked at, LICN and everybody else we just saw. That KXIN, that pulled back. We were looking at it last night. And let's see what else is going on right here. That one was already running up. So a lot of China ones running up. Hong Kong ones getting crazy as well. And there you go. That's what they look like. And the market right there. What else are we looking at? Let me see what else is happening. UNH. And let me see if there's anything else I'm missing here. We did our crypto. We kind of did everything. And ETF is at that 5.7 right there. And let me just take a look real quick over here and see what's happening. Altimmune is way down there. Remember, well, it's not way down. Actually, it ran up. Whoop, there's our blue screen. I don't think we've done that in a few days. It had run up a little bit, but it looks like it could be pulling back. Let's see. This one, remember, we were talking about it way down, and we were talking about it running. They have like a obesity drug or something. I do know that. And let's see. Altimmune secures up to $100 million in credit facility from Hercules Capital. So there you go. And they are looking pretty good, actually. So, yeah, it was. Remember, it was right down here, and we liked it to bounce off, and it certainly did. So, ALT right there, not looking bad. The RGTI was down. JD is down, JD.com, and that was pulling back a little bit. I guess they did have their earnings right here. And there you go. They did have earnings probably this morning already. And let's see what else. Coinbase is way up. What's SE? What's that one? I don't even remember what that is. CLTD. That's a Singapore company, and that's running the top. Watch that thing for some momentum right there. Not looking bad. And VG is Venture Global right there. Have earnings. And let's see what's going on. Could be pulling back a little bit just to get set up. So Nothing real crazy. And let's see if I see anything else going on here. Nothing really. Let's look at what's B hat doing right here. BHAT. And that thing's just kind of getting set up down there. Keep an eye on that. That is a China one right there. So keep an eye on that one. ABVE, that one was looking pretty decent last night. Is it not moving yet? Doesn't look like it's even moving there. So that one's not moving. FFAI, keep an eye on this one, down a little bit, but nothing crazy. Holo, if I type it in right, there you go, up and trying to get set up right there. And TTD is down just a hair, nothing crazy. What was that UCAR doing? Just kind of sitting flat this morning. TNON, that had earnings this morning, I believe. I saw earnings for this one, unless it was a different one. I thought TNON had earnings. Maybe I'm wrong. I swore they did it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had earnings today. I'm surprised it doesn't say it here and says it back there, but whatever. And it's not looking too bad. Again, we looked at it by accident the other day, and then it just looked good and started running up. TOP right there, just kind of flat. So nothing real crazy this morning. Not like yesterday, that's for sure. But I think we're waiting for that inflation report. And again, I don't think it's going to be too bad right there. Just the way the market looks, to be honest with you, it looks like it's just a little healthy pullback, and it wants to get ripping up some more. So that's what it looks like. This AEON we were looking at last night, and that thing looks like it's trying to get set up a little bit. So keep an eye on that one. And OKUR, this one wasn't looking bad right there. How about this China one? Weemy. So a few of them getting set up. They're not really moving this morning. So we looked at all that. Let me see what you guys want to see real quick. And good morning, everybody. And APDN, let's see what that's up to right now. Haven't looked at that. 83 cents. It's still in the basement right there. It is getting closer. So that one is getting set up. That will have a nice little run up. I'll be honest with you, it's getting set up to get cruising there, pull back. It never got through that 20 where it wanted to right there, and then just kind of fell apart there. But we'll get set back up, APDN, Larry, so that'll look good. And XLO, we looked at that bad boy. It is way up, but I wouldn't be chasing that guy right there. So, yeah, that's XLO right there for Blue Collar Teamster. And yeah, I'm not so sure I would mess around with that if you weren't in it already. So just be careful with XLO. Let's see, XLO right there. And yeah, it did. I remember it ran up yesterday in the after hours, and there you go. It's just kind of pulling back now. So that is that after hour candle, because they don't have the after hours, right? So it would look different. And you would know that one was pulling back. Sam, how are you? CLWT right here, Euro Tech Holdings. This is another Hong Kong one, and this one had run up there. What was that today? That one already ran up. CLWT. That one ran up yesterday's after hours, 114 to 225. And then this morning, 167 down to 136. So a little bit of pullback right there, but it did run up. And it could be some pullback to try to run. I'll have to look at it. Again, these Hong Kong ones have been crazy. So we know we're keeping an eye on them. How's Larry doing? UNH and MDAI for Zach right here, Spectral AI, and that one's hopped up there and not looking terrible. Let's see what it looks like at the moment. It looks good, jumped up there this morning, but I'm not so sure. At the moment, it doesn't look like it wants to cruise up much higher. You can see it opened at 146 and then pulled back. So it gapped up this morning. If you were in it, it closed at 136, opened up 10 cents higher, and it's still up about 3 cents, trying to get set up, guys. So I think it could just pull back a little bit and get this 20. It's going to be a good one. It looks like a really good one right there, MDAI. So remind us of that one, Zach, and we'll keep an eye on that one today. Let me jot it down real quick. MDAI. That one doesn't look bad to get set up to. And there you go with them guys. And let me see what's going on over here. Good morning, Barbara. And let's take a look at a couple of them. TRNR. Let's see what Interactive Strength is doing right here. If I type it in, TRNR right there. It's down 2 cents. And let's see, it's still on that 20. It got into that channel, which was a good look yesterday. We did like that. And let's see. Just a little healthy pullback, I think. I think you are going to see that 20 get curled up, and then this is coming down. I'll start to get that Pac-Man look, just like we said yesterday. And they generally end up here when it has that Pac-Man look. So we'll be keeping an eye on that interactive strength, TRNR, and INTJ we looked at last night. It's up 2 cents. It says, let's see. It was running around last night. I know this was another Hong Kong one. Yep, it was a Hong Kong one. And let's see, is it moving this morning? It is moving. Yesterday it was running up, and I thought it was going to continue. What it do? It opened at 73. It closed at 69, so it did gap up there, and then it did pull back, but it's not looking bad. I think it's a little run up and healthy pullback, although it's hitting that resistance, but it could absolutely get set up. You can see the 20 and 50, so it could get popped up over top of this resistance, and we know these Hong Kong ones have been doing it, so I'd keep an eye on this. But it did jump up there this morning early, and it was looking good, and that's exactly why I think I might have to start hopping on at the 4 a.m. with you guys on Webull, because just little things like this is an easy one. I mean, you make that list that night, and you already know exactly which ones you're coming in to look at first thing in the morning. You can catch one quick runner, and then that's all you really need to do. It's like catching a quick run, a nice runner during a trading day. You could just do it in 15 minutes. It's insane, guys. I've never seen anything like it. So that's why I've said, let's get back into really catching major poppers and everything as a show, and have a lot of fun doing it like that. So here we go. Oh, yeah, guys, that GODF, that one's a great one, too. I talked about this before. Money Market mentioned this one. GODF, that Geodrill thing, that thing had shot up, and we talked about that on that small cap show, and you can see that was a bottom, and this thing ripped up there pretty good, and might have a little healthy pullback right here to run up a little higher. So that Geodrill looking good. I do like that one for sure, and I did like it. Like I said, I was kind of following this Geodrill just off of that Money Mark call on the small cap show. So like I said, that show is literally the best show, I think, on out of all FinTwits right there, that Monday 1 o'clock show. It's just a great lineup of people, good perspectives, and a lot of different knowledge there. So a lot of fun on that show. And obviously we were talking about it last night. Ben was on the stream, and then M popped on last night, so we were having a good old time there. And you can check them guys out. They're on all day, honestly. So keep a lookout for them. Emp does a lot, all like the wolf stuff all the time. And Ben, the story trading, you guys know him. So there you go. And we did everything. I think this morning we kind of cruised right through it. And again, it's just a little healthy pullback. And I think we're just watching for that CPI. And again, what are going to be the first signs of Trump's tariffs impact? But does it really matter now that deals are in place? So they just want to see what happens. And honestly, I really don't even think it's going to look that bad. So I think it'll look pretty decent, and then it's going to get ripping again. So it does look like it wants to move. Look at this SPY right here, guys. I mean, that thing's closing in to get cruising down a little bit. And let's just see. There's our, let's just go like 15 minutes, I guess. And let's see what it's doing this morning. It's way up here. And this thing's way in the top, though. So maybe it does pull back there for the SPY. Let's see. And it is up there, curling back up, and your Dowie is getting towards the top right there. It does have some room, though, to run up a little bit more. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one, obviously, as that Fed, whatever it was right here, the CPI, I couldn't remember what the heck them letters were, but yeah, we'll be watching that one for sure. And here you go, Janica. Let's see what GM's doing. It's down 2 cents, and it's sitting right on that trend line, and a little healthy pullback. I'm telling you, they look pretty good to me to get cruising. I think it's just waiting for that CPI this morning. So I think it might be a little bit slower until that 8:30, 9 o'clock when the market's opening up, and then it could get ripping really quick, guys. So I'll keep you guys posted. Clearly, you know that. I'll be looking at it, but it is a little bit flatter this morning, as you can see, and it does look like it's just waiting for that CPI, and I honestly don't think it looks bad. And UNH is going to be a great opportunity way down here. So, when this thing gets running back up, it's going to be amazing. So we will be watching that thing for that bounce, that's for sure. And what's Toyota Motor? I don't know why I just thought of it, but there you go. Toyota Motor's a little bit flat, trying to move up and roll back off there, Luis Rodriguez. So there you go with that one. And good morning, Janica. Oh, she meant good morning, not even GM, but that's too funny. I looked at GM, but that's all good. And good morning, Janica. That's hilarious. Yeah, I just was like, oh yeah, GM. But yeah, GM's not looking bad there. And honestly, you might swap out GM for MTN right here on the list. I was just messing with the list a little bit. And I think I'm going to have it all updated and we'll do a little bit differently. Not a whole lot different, but just switch some in and out a little bit. And that's always nice to change things up a little bit and see different ones. Because again, I was just looking at the MTN it was setting up before and back in the winter time. And obviously everything was running, but Val Resorts owns like every mountain. So, there you go. That's why we were looking at it all winter, and maybe we pull it back up towards the winter time again. So that's there. And let's see what this is doing. CCGB or CGBS right there in that Lobo. So everything we just already looked at, nothing crazy. And that PLRZ is dipping down even more. Wow, look at that dip, guys. We were talking about it last night, pulling back. It did look like it wanted to dip some more. And there you go. I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review right there. I think I got everything. And when everything you see became a stock ticker, you need a vacation. You're not kidding, Sam. That's my whole entire life now. I'm not even kidding. Like everything's a stock ticker. Every letter, everything that I look at, it's just bizarre. And it's just kind of crazy. So I must say it's funny, but you do need to take some days, not a whole lot of days, but you do need to get your mind off it. You can't stare at the screen all day every day. I can promise you that. And you see why I go out and do a lot of putting out back, because you do got to get out back outside and some fresh air and clear your mind with this thing. But you also have to be paying attention because it moves so fast. So it is one of them things like how do you keep it managed? But I know if you look at it too much, it'll make you insane. You'll make terrible decisions. You have to just kind of figure out your times. And obviously early in the morning right now, the market runs, and then you get that little bit of pullback time around like 10, 10:30, 11, and then it gets set back up for lunchtime, it seems like. So we'll be looking at that. And somebody asked about Coinbase right here, and it is ripping right there, guys, and looking pretty good. I don't know what their earnings were the other day, but it didn't matter because that was the other day, and now it's popped up there. It did look really good. It looks like a little healthy pullback. It was up like $21 or something, a little bit higher, but not looking bad right here. And again, I kicking myself in the ass watching this thing this morning because it was rolling up looking good last night. And I said right before the market closed, I said, just look at it in the morning. It should be good. And it was good, all right, because look what it did. So I guess if they had that look next time, I might not want to say I'll look at it in the morning, because that would have been one hell of an option call right there and paid out tremendously. So I hope people are in it. And again, it's hitting that top area, rolling up there is a big pop up. So I wouldn't chase it at the moment, that's for sure. But we'll watch it to get set up, and it will be cruising back up there. So just see what it wants to do this morning. And obviously, if you weren't in it for that big jump up, just don't chase it and get caught with it pulling back at all. Obviously, they can run up a little bit more into like that 227 area where it was 229. But we'll look at it and see. And again, I think it's all depending right now on that CPI right there. So we'll be seeing it. And Luis Rodriguez said he'll be checking the markets on vacation from time to time. Yeah, I mean, you guys see I do the show when I'm on vacations and stuff like that. So never fully take off, but you do need to check out a little bit. So it's completely understandable. Believe me, everybody needs to do it. I felt like I needed to check out after last week. I don't know why, and feel way better. So yeah, it's one of them things that it's one of them industries that will just kill you. And if you're not smart about it, that's for sure. And MLGO, we were watching that one. Yep, we were checking this one out, and it is curling up. I was saying, let's see if it breaks that pattern. I'm not so sure it will, but we were definitely looking at it last night, and we'll keep an eye on it just to see if it gets rolled up to that MACD right there. But as they curl up, we know they like to run, and then you got to be careful as they hit that MACD, because if they don't cross through and they hold that pattern, they will come back down. And Coinbase is going to be on the S&P 500 now. You are right there, Zach. I did see that yesterday as well, so that's why I jumped up in the after hours. So again, they get that certain look. I knew it looked great, guys, at the end of the day yesterday. And like I said, kicking myself in the ass because that thing was rolling up and something was going on. And there you go, Coinbase shares jump on addition to S&P 500 right there. So thank you, Zach, and you are absolutely right. And I did see that because actually I thought it said it maybe yesterday. Maybe it didn't say it here. I saw it somewhere anyway, but I did see that yesterday. And there you go. They announced it this morning, it looks like. So, well, on FinViz, they put it up. There's my news source, but I did happen to see that yesterday when it was running up. And I said, well, that's why it looks good. And look, the market's already kind of turning around right there. Let's see where our SPY is real quick. And down $1.14, but not looking bad. And like I said, I could see these things get ripping today again. Amazon's already going back up a little bit. Let's see what Google's down just a hair. That looks like it wants to bounce back up. Meta looks good. Look at that thing already ripping back up, guys, like I was saying. So I think it's just waiting for that report, but I think it does look good. Microsoft's already too high up there. You don't want to chase it. And NVIDIA's looking good to just run up a little bit more there. And Tesla right here is going back up. So there you go. Like I was saying, I think it's just a little healthy pullback, and they could get ripping some more. They are looking good. SPY is looking good. It's only down $1.14 and not looking bad right there. So that's a pretty good look to me, I must say. And even if it pulled back right there, it would get ripping as you see that 20 and 50 meeting up. So there you go, guys. I'd say that's a pretty good pre-market review right there. And I think we know what we're looking at. And again, I think we're just waiting right here for the CPI. But I think it is looking pretty good. As you can see, they just turned green as we thought they would. Microsoft, again, is in the top, and Apple is trying to get set up. So we'll be watching that one because it could be a hell of an opportunity to bounce off of there. It looks like it's going to try to. So there you are, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that pre-market review, and thanks for tuning in, of course. And let me know if you guys see anything today. And obviously at 8:30, we're all going to be watching to see what the CPI report is and what kind of impact the tariffs had. And then honestly, I think it might get green and be pretty good. So it's just a little healthy pullback. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. At least it doesn't look like it. And I'll keep you guys posted right there. So obviously, trade smart and lock in those profits. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And crypto's not looking bad. Everything's looking pretty decent. So I'd say the market's sort of trying to cruise right along right here, looking good. And there's your LICN. It was up over 100% and already pulling back right there. So you can see how fast things move, that's for sure. And there's Boeing going up. Remember, we were talking about it. We said, let's watch it get into the top, and we'll short it down. And it's running up in the top right there for good old Boeing. Not sure what they have going on today, but they always have something. China lists Boeing ban after U.S. trade truce. There you go. I guess there was a Boeing ban in China, and now they're got lifted, so that one popped up. So yeah, all kinds of stuff going on here, and it's going to be wild. Obviously, we're going to look for that little bit of pullback and then get rocking and rolling right along with the market. So there you go, everybody. I would say that's a good pre-market review. And everybody make sure you have a great day and trade smart, lock in those profits. We'll check out the CPI, keep you posted. And there you go, everybody. So goodbye, good luck, see you later. Thanks for tuning in, greatly appreciate it, and have a great day, everybody.